Hey y'all! Welcome back to an episode of Sistas in Crime with Shi and Toy. I'm Shi, short for Shamia.
And I'm Toy, short for Latoya.
And welcome back to another episode, y'all. We are so happy. We've been on vacation. As you can see, I got a horrible tan. Let me tell you, that bathing suit, I ate in it, but look, it left me
And
with a
did,
horrible tan. Because
and
over
did.
there, it had jewels or whatever. I was feeling myself. You can tell I was on an island.
But the
Yeah.
bathing suit was a whole vibe. It
It
was
was
a
a
whole
whole vibe.
vibe.
I mean, I took pictures and I was like, oh my God, it's like, oh my God, it was beautiful. But yeah, y'all, you see, I got the pull, like the stripe right here and stuff. I said, I rate my tan a 0, but oh, and your girl caught COVID too. That's another thing.
And I caught a sinus infection, but a time was still had.
We a time we had, okay? We had a
And
time.
all.
Yes, I mean we pushed through it, but when we got home, we was on our behinds sick. Yes.
Yeah, I was down bad for a couple of days. I didn't have COVID,
Yeah.
prayerfully, but yeah, 3 of us did. But
Yeah.
hey, to my Dominican boo.
Listen, listen, that's a whole thing, y'all. If y'all want to hear that story, she can happily tell y'all. But honey, I got a brother-in-law. Excuse
If
me,
I go back to the DR, listen.
shout out to brother-in-law. He was giving them the hookup. I was so sick in the room, honey. My sis was in a whole cabana. He got pulled.
Period. Set us up on Diamond Club Beach Access. Okay.
He had her sitting pretty, okay?
You gotta work it. You gotta work it.
I got a brother-in-law, y'all, in the DR. He's great,
Hey boo. But anyway, I'm sorry to my American boos.
all over the world. My sis international.
Area, what Kelly say? Area code. Area code.
Yeah, but we did. We had a time. Grateful for the opportunity to be able to travel because, like life gets stressful and it was just nice to like be carefree and not care. So we had a great time.
Yes. Oh, and the massages, the spa.
Yes. We went to
Oh
the
my
spa
God.
and we went to the sauna. What was the
The
other thing?
hydrotherapy, it was the sauna, the steam room. Then they brought us out and we had to get in a cold bath.
Now I rate that a 0 because she was like, "Sweetie, you gotta go in," and I was like, "I can't." So finally, I ran. Sorry, y'all. I ran in, and I was like trying to push through, but it's hard to maneuver through water.
Yes, and it was
Yeah.
so cold, but I understood why they did it because after that we had to get in the jacuzzi, and you can't go from like the steam room straight to the jacuzzi. Like I'm assuming, hell, we be done passed out, but it like y'all that must. Oh,
it was everything. Like I like the music and stuff. It's been a while since I had a massage, so like the music and just the damn room, and it was just so good in there. She gave me like essential oils or whatever. You got to choose.
Yes.
It was just like a whole vibe.
I was like, girl, you rubbing on me like this. You ain't even took me to dinner yet. Like, it felt so good though. Like, and I needed it because my back be back in. But that's a conversation for another time.
But I'm telling you, when I got back, my legs felt like so good. Like I just even now, I just said I really needed it, and I was like, I gotta work on massaging and my self care more often or whatever. Because I was like, I really noticed the difference when I went. She did a great job, fantastic.
Yes. Like my back actually just started back hurting yesterday, and we had those massages 2 weeks ago because we've been back for like a week and a half now. So my back just started. It's like, girl, it worked, but now I got to work in another one somewhere. Which it probably has to do with my horrible posture, but
I mean, we work in computers all day and stuff, and I've been meaning to get me a better chair because I know that's what it is.
Yeah. And the chairs that I have at my job are just the bottom of the barrel. I need to just buy my own and just set it up in there. But anyways,
I
ain't gonna.
So This is a different change in what we normally do. So we are doing a missing person case, and it's not your typical missing person case because the person was actually found a
Girl, that
couple
show up.
and it's a whole mess, y'all. So this is the case of Alicia Navaro. Now Toy is gonna start, with just a little bit of background, and then we just gonna get into the case because y'all, this is a whirlwind, and like this case is still developing. Like we really want to talk about it because it's so interesting, but the case is still developing. And of course, we'll provide little updates here and there, on the case as it's developed. But a lot of stuff has come out, and we have tons of questions.
Yes.
It's just a whole mess. But the case is Alicia Navaro, and like I said, Toy's gonna get us started, and then we just gonna get it. This is gonna be a night, so get y'all a snack, get you something to drink, whatever you like to drink, whether it's water, alcohol, whatever, get you a drink.
We got ours.
We got ours. And it's gonna be a whole vibe. So yes, so sis, you ready to get started?
Let's get into it. First of all, there's no disclaimer this week, but I'm gonna apologize. My allergies are allergying again. It happens time to time. I have real bad allergies and sinuses, so yeah. I apologize for the sniffles. But Miss Alicia Navaro. So this starts in 2019, September the 15th in Glendale, Arizona. Yes. I'm going to give you the background and then we'll let Shi start into the present update. So I'm not going to do like the whole history of Alicia, this, that, and the third. We're just going to talk about what happened in 2019. So her mom, Jessica Nunez, basically her and the family woke up on September the 15th and noticed, she was making breakfast for her family and everyone was at the table but Alicia. So she's like, where's Alicia? So, she goes into the room, doesn't see Alicia, doesn't immediately suspect anything. Let me just mention that Alicia was on the autism spectrum, but she was high functioning and she was described as very shy or anxious, as in certain social situations. And she also was on a medication that would sometimes compromise her immune system. So her mom had realized that outside there was like a crate put up against the house where Alicia Alicia had climbed out of a window into the crate to leave the house. Now, she had left behind a note saying that, she was leaving, she was running away, whatever, but that she would return. Before they realized the note, because of course she goes into her room and looks for, it wasn't strange for Alicia to kind of wake up a little later because she would always be on the computer. She was big into gaming and stuff like that. So she stayed up late to play games online and talk to her friends because these friends were all online. And I think she played like Minecraft and stuff like that. Those games that was real popping back then. I don't know a thing about Minecraft, but I remember they was talking about this at this time. This game was everywhere.
It was everywhere, yeah.
So yeah. So they would always have conversations with Alicia because there was a previous incident regarding her and someone online. I don't know if this was an older gentleman or whatever, but they would always have conversations kind of cautioning Alicia of, being careful online, not giving out your personal information, personal details, because there are predators. There are people who will prey on you. There are people who will pose as children and pretend that, it's another child on the other end playing this game with you. So they had these conversations with her. But she strikes me as a very strong, willful-minded person, very stubborn person. Those people, once they get something set in their head, that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So she goes missing. Of course, mama calls the police. She, in her note, she did apologize. She was like, I'll be back. I swear, I'm sorry. She left behind everything. She didn't have a phone, didn't have a laptop, no chargers, no nothing. But her mom said that, you know, even though she played online with people, like this was kind of out of character for her. So at the time, there was a question as to whether Alicia actually left this note or whether she was abducted and the abductor left behind this note. So they don't have any leads. They don't know what's going on at this point. So she don't, you know, even though she called the police to report her daughter missing, she doesn't wait on them, because you know how the police always tell you, oh, it got to be like a 24 hours or something like that before we file a missing persons case and stuff like that. No, Mama Jessica immediately hit the street. She was posting flyers. She was walking the neighborhood, going to the schools, doing whatever she could to find her child, as a mother should, because if the police ain't going to do their job, I'm going to get out here and find my baby. That's just what it was given. So, unfortunately, like, nothing ever really came of it. So time passes. They really don't have any leads, but again, the thought process behind that was they feared that an online predator had lured Alicia in some kind of way, which it makes sense. Like, she's high functioning autism, but I don't think she's able to rationalize the way we would. So she may, you know, for her to say all these people were her online friends, it kind of makes me feel like she doesn't truly understand that everyone online does not have your best interest at heart.
Right.
So, and this was even with her parents monitoring her internet usage. So it was kind of like, like, how does this happen? And I know some people were, you know, coming out kind of attacking the mom, this, that, and the third. But let me tell you, like, you can try as much as you can to protect your children from the world. But baby, things just happen that are beyond your control. So I thought that was kind of disgusting, because I've listened to and seen a lot of podcasts on this. So some people, I mean, people think what they think, and they blame the parent for not, you know, having those controls, this, that, and the third. But you, at the same time, you kind of still have to let your child live their life. So I don't fault her for that. But she did start speaking out more and more, warning other parents about monitoring their children's social media and online activity, because she said, you know, it could be the difference in life or death for your child. So nobody knew, like I said, if she left of her own accord or if she was lured away. They worked diligently, but after a period of about 6 months, they didn't have any leads. And like, usually after 6 months, the case just goes cold if you don't have anything to follow up on. So get to present year, July. The girl just walked into a police department in Montana and was like, can I be taken off the missing persons list?
Yes. And she also asked that, yes, and also because she wanted her driver's license. She said, my name is Alicia Navaro. I'm okay. I need to be taken off the missing person list. Because there are thousands of kids and thousands of adults that are missing. So I'm not laughing at the missing. I'm laughing because she said, homegirl been gone since 2019. She has missed
4 years.
birthday, Christmases, like Christmas holiday, Thanksgiving. Her family has celebrated holidays without her. They've put up bulletin boards. Her mom has used social media to share light on her case and to hopefully get leads. Like, her episode was on Live PD. Just the whole, her sister did
Dateline.
Like, everybody been looking for this girl, and she shows up at the police department and say, I want my driver's license. I'm Alicia Navaro, and I want to be off the missing person list.
Now, listen, we're laughing, but that really speaks to her mental state. Because, baby, you've been a missing person for 4 years. Yes. And another thing I forgot to mention is her birthday was approaching when she went missing. And her mom was like, it doesn't make sense, because she told us, I don't want to party. I just want to have a nice dinner. And they're like, she would have never missed that. But you just pop up 4 years later, like, I need to be taken off the missing persons and I need a driver's license. First of all, where have you been? Where you been?
It's like chop chop. I need my driver's license, and I need to be off this list.
Like, hold up, it don't work like that. We have questions.
Girl, what? So y'all, like, it's been a whole mess. Like I said, this girl been gone since 2019. I can't imagine how her mom felt like day and night, like not knowing where her baby is. I need to stop shaking the table. I'm just so passionate, y'all.
Because this is insane. It's me.
On my driver's license, and I want to be off the list.
Like, I know I've been missing, but
anyway,
not really.
Y'all, we got to think about the age, right? So she went missing when she was 14. This was July 2023. She showed back up. She is now 18. So we got a lot of problems because first thing, where have you been? And you are alive and well, right? And y'all, let's just get into present day events, right?
Yes.
So first off, like I said, her mom, they contacted her mom and her mom verified this is my child. Like, but y'all, if you look at a picture of her from 14 to 18, there's not much of a difference, honestly. If you look up the picture,
she still looks like a 14-year-old.
Looks like a 14-year-old. She is short. I'm not talking about it because I'm short too, hell. But I'm saying she looks the same. Like her face looks the same. Her hair looks the same. She looks 14 still. She looks like a minor still. So y'all, so she walks into the police station and we've covered that or whatever. And detectives, of course, they get on it like, where have you been? They're talking to her family, So they executed a warrant. And they allegedly there has been a man detained as of right now. They have not released the identity of the man or whatever, but y'all, Alicia has been living with a man. I believe his name is Eddie Davis. She has been living with this man. Now, y'all,
in Montana.
In Montana.
You went missing in Arizona.
In Arizona. You were missing Arizona, but now you're in Montana. So I read an article, y'all, that said they had only been living together for a year. And I was like, something is so sketchy about that. And I wouldn't be surprised if later on we find out that was a lie. Because who she been living with since she was 14 or whatever.
She ain't been on the streets.
She ain't been on the streets. And y'all,
she ain't had no job.
This man was 36 years old. If it was 40 years ago, he was 32. What you got going on with a 14-year-old? You 32. What are you doing?
Sounds like statutory rape to me.
Yes. And I wouldn't be surprised if it came out that he's the one that they arrested. But see, since when y'all, and here's the messed up part, her mother has not seen her since she showed up to the police department. They questioned her, the police, they questioned her. They had so many questions, but they did question her and everything. But her mom has not seen her because she threatened to go back. Alicia threatened to go back. So she went back with the man. So they have took pictures of them, because I'm going to keep it real and I'm not trying to be funny, but if you look at that man, Eddie, because they figured out who it was. Apparently, he has been fired. He was a Walmart stalker. He has been fired.
Actually, the Wally World.
Yeah, he worked at Walmart, but actually not for anything going on with this case, but actually because he was very violent and angry on the job towards other coworkers. So I was like, that's definitely not a good look because
oh wow,
did you use that method to keep this girl with you? Like, but Alicia, when she showed up, she was healthy, happy. She even when they, I call them paparazzi pics, but they were like people were sneaking pictures of Alicia and the man, and she looked happy, she looked healthy, or whatever. They said she did have on the same clothes she had when she turned herself in, not turned herself in, but when she showed up, she did have on the same clothes.
But let me just say, they said that she liked wearing the same clothes.
Yes.
Because when she was with her parents, she would wear the same things over and over again. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that's, they didn't have, her and her dude, I'm going to say abductor, because that ain't your man, because you was a child.
You were a child.
I'm going to say abductor. I don't know if he ain't had no money.
Yeah.
Or if it's more so, that's just what she prefers.
Yes. So, so like I mentioned, like Eddie is very. They said he was very like aggressive and angry towards younger coworkers at his job. He got fired because he would call them names and just kind of like be a bully, and they fired him. So it wasn't anything. From my understanding, it wasn't anything related to this case. So they say no, Alicia has only been living with him for a year. I do not believe that. And I think the
Been living with
picture
him for 4 years.
is, I think he been living, but I'm gonna tell you also, y'all. I honestly feel like she met him on those games, like those games, because
He looked like the type.
He has that look. He has that unkept. He don't shave. He has that unkept look.
Unhinged.
Not to say that gamers look like that. I mean, because not all of them. You know, I'm just
But
saying
that's how they're portrayed in the media.
that's how they're portrayed in the media, and that's not true. And I'm not talking junk. You know, whatever. There's nothing wrong with games. I play them. You know what I mean? But he has that look. You know, his butt crack was showing a little bit. You know, belly showing a little bit. Shirtless.
Funky.
Not shaved, hair everywhere. You know, he,
Funky.
you know, look a little funky.
Not only that, but did you see they was photoed out with his parents?
Yes. So everybody's been in the loop of this. Obviously, this girl knows him very well, and they are alleging that this is her boyfriend. They have not claimed it. I mean, they have not like verified it because this is an ongoing case. This is something that we just felt like this was like,
yeah. Because we said we'd be talking about relevant issues, current issues previously. Right. So this is one we've been excited about.
Right.
My thing is, allegedly, we feel that they've been together since she left. Yeah. So how do his parents at y'all grown ages looking their bit of 60 and 70 condone that? Because it looked like he lived with y'all, so she had to live with you too.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
Yep.
A 14-year-old.
A 14-year-old. But I honestly felt like they met each other on the game, and I don't know how he met, or I'm not even gonna put it all on him. But I feel like as a 32-year-old man at that time, you know better. Like you should have caught it, but that's what I believe. You know, because I don't think she was abused at home or anything like
that. It wasn't given that. And they, investigators wanted to know the same thing. There was nothing found to indicate any form of abuse. They were not strict on her to the point that she did not have a life. They allowed her to play her online games and stuff, which I think she started when she was 11. So they allowed her to do it for 3 years. No incident. So it wasn't like she was deprived of anything. Like,
right. She was in a safe home. Like it wasn't given any of that, you know.
But I'm wondering why she did not want to see her mom. That's weird to me.
You know what? I really think probably the guilt because
shame
because her mom, look, God bless her, she had put up bulletin boards. You know how expensive billboards?
Yeah, that girl got bulletin boards. That's why I was like, girl, what is you talking about? Hey, I'm not missing. Yes, you is.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
They've did press conferences, y'all. They've had people on different social media platforms come forward and try to help shed light on their case, like on her case. And it's just like, and you just show up one day and up. But y'all, they had detectives in Glendale, Arizona, issued a search warrant. I said warrant. I don't know why every time you talk about a warrant, I say a warrant.
Warrant. Search warrant. Warrants. Y'all knew what she meant. Go ahead,
yeah. You know what I say is warrant. Okay, I am educated. Don't play with me. Anyway,
degrees. Got them.
They issued a search warrant. They have not said whose house or what they searched. All right.
They're real tight-lipped about everything, and it's ticking me off.
Because I think they're being tight-lipped because they're still trying to figure out what the nature of this relationship was, because
and when it started.
And different things like that. I think that's why they're being tight-lipped. And then also, like I mentioned earlier, they had a search warrant and someone was arrested, but they have not released the identity of this man. So y'all, it's been a whirlwind these past 4 years. And like I said, her mom, even though she hasn't seen her, she came forward and was like, "Can y'all stop?" You know, basically with the media coverage or whatever. You know, I was just like, I get why she said that, but like they're not gonna stop because
no,
like we've never heard of. You know, I mean, there has been people to come forward and say they were missing, but they've been abducted. Like most of them have been
abducted
or sex trafficked or something like that. Not just she's been just somewhere just living with a man. Like no, that's
laid up being
rape.
grown.
Let me tell you, I got a little tea too, y'all. So they are suspicious because they have seen, you know, they've been taking pictures of them trying to like, you know, keep an eye on them basically. Like they've been taking like paparazzi pictures, right? This is a very popular case. You know, it's like that. But y'all, they have found like baby car seats and stuff. So the question is, did they have a baby? You know, like that's what you know,
And I'm wondering if that's why she needed a driver's license or an ID. Or maybe she's trying to get a job somewhere or something to support her family. Like,
because
girl, no.
And y'all, and like that's all alleged. They're trying to see it because they've seen several like baby carriages and like baby car seats and stuff. So they're wondering like, do they have a baby together? Because that's
I
like
hope not.
he gonna be. But y'all, so an update on the case as well. Eddie and Alicia have moved out of that apartment and they have moved to a reservation. And that's what she said she was going. Like, you know, she threatened that she was going to leave and she was going to go back to that man or whatever. And they were going to move to the reservation. And y'all, they said the reservation they moved to is actually called Fort Belknap Indian Reservation. And they both fled to that area, and they say that area is not safe. Like it's full of drugs, and that was crazy. It's full of drugs.
So who's Indian? Him?
No, I don't see it.
I don't see it either. But don't you got to be affiliated with the tribe in some way?
Yeah, you definitely.
But maybe she is because Navarro, is that an Indian name?
I thought
I was thinking. I thought it was Spanish because the mom's last name is Nunez.
Yeah, I thought it was Spanish.
But I thought you had to be affiliated with the Indian, like with some Native American affiliation to live on this reservation. Right. I could be wrong. I don't know.
No,
for certain.
I think you're right. You have to be a descendant of.
Somebody got some Native American in them somewhere. You know how they used to say growing up. My grandma Cherokee. My grandma do got a little Cherokee though, for real. I ain't just saying that. Like, you see our cheekbones and stuff. Yeah, I think so. she look Cherokee.
But like, so they're at the reservation now, and like I said, they have not identified who they've arrested. And why, like, you know, and why, like, they're very tight-lipped about this case.
Listen, if I find out.
Yeah, because my thing is, you've been harboring this 14-year-old, now 18-year-old, and it's just strange to me she showed up at 18 when she
you took the words out of my mouth because they can't force her to stay. They can't do anything to her. Like she's 18, she's an adult. If she want to go back to this man, she freely can go back to him. Your timing is so questionable.
Yes.
18? Why you didn't come back? I mean, she left a note saying she would be back. But why you didn't come back at 15 or 16 or 17? 18 when you legal? Okay.
Yeah. That's what caught me off guard.
And that relationship conveniently started a year ago when she probably turned 18. Allegedly. For educational purposes only.
For educational
purposes. I ain't buying it.
Yeah. Like when I started hearing about the case, I was like, she showed back up. Like, where has she been? And like y'all, she was healthy. They said she did look a little tired, but it wasn't any concern. Like it was like she was healthy, she was stable or whatever. But
you know what?
Yeah.
See, she look tired in every picture I've seen of her. So I think that's just how she look. And that's
But
probably because she be online gaming all the time. I don't know.
yeah. But no, I think it's she looked a little out of it, but I think that's more so like kind of the autism a little bit. Like she kind of probably it's like the social, like she probably has like social um
Anxiety and stuff.
anxiety and stuff like that. So that's why I feel like she was kind of straight to the point. I need to be optimistic.
And I need a driver's
I need a
license.
driver's license.
Can't
Like,
get a driver's license if you're missing.
yeah. So, because the police was like, wait a minute. No, ma'am. You've been missing. You need to explain where you've been.
Like, I would have paid to be in that police station on that day. Like, girl, where?
Let me here, sit down.
No, sit down. Where you been? You know the world been looking for you.
like
the world
yes.
been looking for you.
Yes, they felt
like,
so sorry for you. And
I know you in some point you done seen yourself on a billboard.
Yes. Yes.
You could have, I mean, if you ain't even come, you could have called and said, I'm safe, I'm okay, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that this was of your own choice and your own volition.
Right. It wasn't like you were taking, I mean, because how many people have been abducted from their home? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
and think about the amount of resources that, I'm not going to say resources that were wasted, but resources that could have been looked for people who were taken against their will.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to be found. That's what gets me. And I'm always like, when I see teenagers have gone missing, I'm always questioning it. Like, I was just on TikTok literally yesterday. They were looking for this 14-year-old girl. Mm-hmm. She missing. Oh, help us find her. Da, 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 da. She pop up today. She ain't missing. Like, she was being grown somewhere with the boy. The boy came back. She didn't. So they thought he did something to her. Then she just but they didn't even. But see, that's the thing. When they resurface, they never give the details. Like, you had all this energy when they went missing. Now that she's back, the only thing the daddy posted is, "Thank God it's over." No, you've been posting paragraphs and essays. Yeah. What you mean? Where you found her at? Where did she go? What happened?
But I'm gonna tell you why I think they are tight-lipped a lot of times. I don't understand why they tight-lipped about Alicia. I guess because everything is still unfolding and they gotta get to the nitty-gritty of everything. But I feel like in that case with that little girl being missing, I think it's because of their age.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, they try to be tight-lipped, especially when these teenagers are found, they try to be tight-lipped because of their age. They don't wanna, I don't know. Yeah. Like,
because I mean, I'm starting to see that a lot of them are just running away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I used to be that person because they used to pick on me at work because they're like, Toya, all you do is share missing kids on your Facebook. At what point? That's.
I mean, but I share them all the time. Like, I just recently, he's not a child, but what has me deeply concerned, and here's another case that is, I forgot his name. Let me look up his name. He went missing on a Carnival cruise, and like they have photos of him dancing and having a good time, and let me look up his name. So I
think he was like 25.
Yeah, very young.
With his family, on a cruise with his family.
Yeah. Oh my God. Of course they took the link down. Whatever. Let me look on
I already done seen it. I'll do what y'all want to do. We know. Yeah. They be trying to take stuff down, but people screen record so much it ain't never going nowhere.
Right. His name was Kevin McGrath.
Yeah.
So, they have an update on him. They said, they could sense that. So I never knew this, but Carnival has sensors around the boat to let them know if someone fell over. None of those sensors went off. And
so he didn't go overboard.
He didn't go overboard. And then there's, they were able to track when his card was used to get in a room, and they saw that with the history that he went into his room, or somebody went into his room around 3:30, but they have not seen that man. And I said, I will not understand how people go missing on a boat.
Because with that, if you track, so he's not overboard. If you track his key card being used at 3:30, where he at?
Where is he at? Right.
He can't be high. Like, y'all know how them rooms be on the cruises. They small.
Yeah.
But it ain't. It's easy to search it.
Yeah, but his family once everybody got off the boat, they said the family searched that boat high and low for him, and they cannot find him. And I have a theory, and I'm not gonna say that theory because it's very graphic. And Lord, I pray I'm not right. I pray I'm not right.
I have a couple theories.
I have a few.
I'm gonna say one of them. They need to check that horn thing, that big pipe thing that be on the boat, because in Hotel Transylvania 2.
Yeah,
I know that's a cartoon movie. In Hotel Transylvania 2, the antagonist put them down that thing. And I was like, you know, he's somewhere still on that boat. Yeah. He's still on that boat. Or either my other theory is he was and rolled out in a suitcase.
That's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to say it. Like because I hope not. But it's really,
it's always me, ain't it? No. I go there every time. I go there.
He found, like, that's
I do too.
And I didn't want to say that, but I was like, that's the one thing.
I'm so sorry to the family. I couldn't imagine. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like
that is. Like, I saw the sister talking. She was like, we didn't see him at first, but it's like, surely, he was just finding but then like hours and hours go by now. She's like, wait a minute,
like something is wrong.
Something is wrong. Spidey sense is tingling, like. But that's crazy.
I travel by myself. Like, I always have somebody with me. Like, I've been on a cruise before, and I didn't go anywhere by myself. I always had
I can't do it. You never know. There was the last cruise I went on, and I haven't been on one since because we got stranded. But anyway, the last cruise I went on, there was a girl on there who was traveling by herself. She was like supposed to go with her boyfriend was supposed to come with her, but something happened last minute, and she was like, well, we could have rescheduled, but I still wanted to come, so I came by myself. So she was hanging out with us. Sometimes we would eat dinner together and stuff like that, because I was like, I just don't like her being, she was a Black girl. I was like, I just don't like her being on this boat by herself. But she linked, when you go on vacation, you link up with people. Like on a cruise, you gonna link up with some people. We linked up with some people from London in the DR, like linked up with another group of girls from New York. Like you meet people.
They gave us life. The ones from London, they were everything.
They were everything. Listen, the husband had me hollering. I don't know if y'all ever see this, but hey y'all.
Listen, he was flirting with his wife. I think they heard us teasing them, but he had her hips and he was like doing like the shark noise. He was like dun 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 dun.
I'm like, what happened? Okay, I was possibly a few drinks in, and I got to notice, like, these men, it was just various men I would be noticing in the pool just flirting with me. So it was this one man, y'all, this older white man. He was tatted up and he had like the white hair, this, that, and third. So it just became a joke between us. Like, when I saw a man I was interested in, not for real, me just being playful, I'd be like, dun, 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 dun.
But y'all, the turnoff was, Mr. Silver Fox that my sis was looking at had a whole Christopher Columbus.
Yes.
I said, girl.
I was like, oh, he got his whole back tatted, so I got excited. When I go to get he had the swim up bar, right? I get closer, about to go get me another drink. I was like, my sister pointed out, I said, dang, it's giving racist.
Yeah, but he just sat in the pool. It was something very suspicious about him.
He wasn't doing nothing. It wasn't clear who he was with. Like, it was two ladies that were, we was way off topic. It was two ladies that was kind of there with him. But I was like, is this his woman? This, that, and third. But y'all, them silver foxes, you gotta be careful. Cause I was like, honey, listen. My brother was hating on me. My brother was hating on me.
Yeah, he was hating on, I mean, we ain't even gonna put him on blast, We ain't gonna do that. But I was trying to put my sis on everybody, but she ended up meeting my brother-in-law.
Yes.
He hooked her up. He wanted to marry her after day 2.
He did. He said, he's like, yes, you're my wife.
Yeah.
He said, you have Dominican boyfriend. I'll be your husband. He's like, you got WhatsApp? He done sent me pictures and everything. I was like, okay, but you know this ended Sunday, right?
Yeah. It was a whirlwind romance. I was so happy.
You don't go home Sunday, right? But every day he was looking for me, y'all. We go to the breakfast buffet. I'm up there putting eggs on my plate. You know how you sent somebody standing behind you? I was like, I ain't have to find that man. That man found me every day. I was like,
yeah, he was applying pressure every day.
He was like, y'all know when you go out the country, they love black women. They do. And I was eating it up because I was like, look, I know he got, because he's been working there. He told me he'd been working there 10 years coming up in November. So he got some pull.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He works 12 days on, 2 days off. I had to schedule and everything, y'all.
Yeah, he hooked her up. That's her man.
He worked breakfast from 7 to 12:30. At 12:30, he go to Diamond Beach and he is there till 3:30 when he get off between 3:30 and 4 o'clock.
He in his bag, okay?
He was, and I was on the Diamond Beach like I was supposed to be over there.
It was just a time. Like, I'm so proud of her.
It was so fun, y'all. But I can't get over our friends from London. They were so cute and so funny. I was dying.
Very kind people, you know. I mean, they were there 11 days. We were like, oh Lord, no. Like,
which I kind of understood because they flight, I think they said it was like 17 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, baby, I ain't staying nowhere for 11 days.
Yeah, no.
I don't see how people do like them 14-day cruises and stuff like that. Get somebody else to do it. No. After day 3 or 4, honestly, I'll be ready to come back home.
Yeah, immediately, no. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And with us being sick, I was over it Friday.
Y'all, we got so sick. Like, I think that Friday, we got there that Wednesday. That Friday, like, my pelvis down was hurting. Like, the lady came in to put the room. I was like, Like, I tried to use the Spanish. I said, enfermo. No. Yeah, she said, oh, I hope you feel better. She, like, because that means sick. And I was like, I think that means sick. Yes, it does mean sick, I think.
It sounds right.
Yeah. So, I, like, it was a whole thing. And then I came back and tested positive for COVID. So, I feel much better now.
Bless her heart. She tested positive for COVID. My other sister tested positive for COVID, and my best friend tested positive for COVID. I had a sinus infection. I did not have COVID. My brother ain't have nothing. He was living his best life.
Yes.
I was like, bruh, are you serious? I said, how all of us sick and you ain't? Make that make sense.
And listen,
it's my birthday trip. How I'm sick.
But I had to suffer a little bit, y'all, because the robot testing and the DR was $30, and I said I refuse.
We already had paid. How much was that little pack of Halls? And it was only like 5 in there.
It was 5. It was like, y'all, I wish I had an example of the pack. I actually kept a pack. I would say, this is perfect.
Yeah,
it was this size right here, right?
Like 5 cough drops in there.
5 cough drops, and it was $5.
I said $1 per cough drop, really?
I think my ibuprofen was $15 because at that time I had a fever.
I remember that.
Yeah, trying to handle my fever or whatever. But I was like, I'm just gonna have to suffer because, like, the Robitussin.
We know next time to bring our own medication.
We know next time to make sure our immune system is on point, and we know to bring our own Robitussin and ibuprofen.
Yes, that was insane. I travel every year for my birthday. The last 2 years have only been the only 2 years I've been out the country. But I travel every year for my birthday. I've been doing this for a while, and I have never been sick on these trips.
Yeah,
never been on a vacation, period, and gotten sick. Yes. What was that?
Yes, it was a mess. Like, I felt so bad because that Friday I was in a bed all day long, and I was trying to pull it together. I was like, I just hurt so bad. I just felt so bad, and I was just like, I'm just ready to go home. Like, but that Saturday I pulled myself together to at least go to dinner, and I was like, it was just not a good time. And then what was ticking us off? We try to get in the steakhouse for days, and they be like, "Oh, you got to be on a waiting list," and then you had to buy a tomahawk steak that was how much?
$100.
Yep.
Or you had to buy a lobster tail, which was like 50 or 75.
Yes.
That was the only way you were guaranteed a reservation.
Yes.
Otherwise, when you get there, it is first come, first serve.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried to go there the very first day we're there, and they're like, come back tomorrow about 5:30 because the restaurant opened at 6. So just get in line. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
We go back 5:30. We in line. They coming through. Full up, no more room. But they were taking the people who had reservations first. Okay, cool, but I'm not paying y'all $100+ at an all-inclusive resort. I paid my money for I got here for the food. I'm not paying that now. The last day at a different restaurant, I did pay for that lobster.
Yeah.
It was the last night. I was like, I ain't spent no money down here.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't do excursions or anything because not only were we sick, the weather was not great. Tropical Storm Frankie. So there was some rain going on, thunderstorming. One of the restaurants, the Italian restaurant, had gotten destroyed. So nobody could eat there. They were doing, I ain't gonna say destroyed. They had to do some repairs. So it was difficult navigating food.
Yes.
The food was not the best.
Yes. Y'all, sis, you remember the ketchup and mustard bottles and mayonnaise were bloated. So y'all know they had left those bottles out. They just leave the bottles out on the table. And I said, I'm not eating that. Like the mustard was like
yes. It came out so runny and like water or something.
Yeah, it was like runny and the color was off. You know how mustard is a little thick? It's not runny.
Yes. And then it's now some people may leave their ketchup and mustard out, but you got to remember this climate. Okay, this is the Dominican Republic is humid.
Yeah.
Not only that, ain't nobody got no business leaving no mayo out.
No. That's mayo and stuff. Yeah, no.
I was so ticked off because as much as I love mayonnaise, when we would go to, they had like a little bar that, because if we didn't make it in time to go to the buffet, we had to go to the bar to eat. They had really good wings though. But like, the burger and stuff like that, I love mayo on my burger. I couldn't even use the mayo. I was like, bro, like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Then so room service provided packs of mayo. But the restaurants didn't have packs of mayo.
Yeah.
I'm like, but y'all got them somewhere on this resort.
Yeah, but we just couldn't find them.
Yeah, I don't, and I don't want to name drop the name of this resort, but I will not stay at another one.
No, I'm not going to say I would not go to Punta Cana again. I definitely won't go back to that resort again. And no, immediately.
What really did it for me was the issues we continuously ran into regarding the food. Everything else I was really fine with, but the issues we continuously ran into regarding the food ticked me off. Because I went to a different resort last year when I went to Cabo, and the buffet was open 24/7. Their buffet shuts down twice during the day. None of the other restaurants on the resort open until 6:00. So your only option is to order room service. Mind you, room service was closed the first day and a half we got there. It was shut down.
Right.
The only other resort is the ice cream cafe. All they have is coffee and ice cream and some little pastries. Or you go to the little bar, the bar place that we ate. So it's like a little sports bar. But I didn't want to eat that every single day. The wings was good, but it's like, you know what I mean?
Hey, I wasn't. They were okay, but I'm gonna tell you, I think my thing was the attitude of the staff, because of course there was a language barrier, and I would point to the wing sauce that I wanted. They would bring buffalo. It did not matter
every time.
It did not matter what I said. I said garlic parmesan one time. It did not matter what I said. They would bring me buffalo. And it got to the point I was like, I'm not even going. You know what I mean? Because I asked, I said, I'm sorry. And I don't like to do that, give staff a difficult time. I do not like to do that. So I was telling him, I was like, this is not the wing sauce. And he was like huffing and puffing. I was like, forget it. I said, I'm not gonna worry about it, but it was just like attitude. And then the washcloth situation, they act
Oh
like
my
they
God.
holding washcloths hostage, and I was like, they would, and I would request washcloths they bring to, and I'm just like, immediately no.
Exactly. And that was a problem like for the first 3 days.
Yes.
So I want to say we did 5 days, 4 nights. I want to say maybe around Friday. My
Mm-hmm.
brother was in my room.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out washcloths. So, cause like, I know some people different. Some people will use one washcloth for their whole body and continue to use that washcloth. I ain't. I'm gonna use a
No.
fresh washcloth every time. I'm not washing my face with the same washcloth that I run through the crack of my tail. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm dirty, but let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You, even as a woman, you can't even, you have to wipe front to back. Like, there are certain bacteria and germs back there that should
Yeah.
not be transferred anywhere else.
Yeah.
So that became a big problem, but we figured out, my brother ran into one of the butlers in the hallway and he was like, hey, can we get some washcloths? And he was like, the guy asked him long or short. So from that point forward, we would be like, can we get short towels?
Yeah.
Because, the language barrier,
Yeah.
their terminology apparently is different. We
Yeah.
can't, like, some people country, they say rags or whatever. I say washcloths. They didn't understand what that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
So we had to start telling them short towels. And then the last 2 days, it really wasn't that much of a problem. Like at one point, they brought us enough for 2 days to our room.
Yeah.
But like it was crazy the first 3 days because it would make us late to try to make it to dinner at these restaurants that open at 6
Yeah.
because room service takes so long to
Yeah.
bring it to you. Not
Yeah.
to mention, we on the 3rd floor and ain't no elevator.
We had to carry luggage, we didn't have to carry luggage up to our room. We had to carry it down, and like with me being sick, I had no energy. It took me forever down the stairs. But no, there was no elevator. We went
That
up
was
and
insane.
every day.
That was insane to me. Like, if I ain't do nothing else, baby, I got my steps in. You hear me? But
Every
I'm
day
like,
after watch, I was hitting my goals.
the 3rd floor, and we did not have an elevator. So every time we wanted to leave out of the room, whether we're going to the pool, to go eat, to just walk around on the resort, whatever, we had to walk up and down those stairs. And when
Yes.
I was like, there's no way, because we ordered room service a few times. Another thing, the breakfast from the room service is so much better than the breakfast at the breakfast buffet, and I do not understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, I
I
did
didn't
not
get
enjoy
the
the breakfast
breakfast
buffet.
like with the meat or whatever. I had got the fruit because I was trying to eat like fruit and citrus stuff to vitamin C to get me together. But those pastries weren't bad. Yeah.
Let me tell you, the
Mm-hmm.
breakfast room service, we did that Saturday and Sunday
Mm-hmm.
before we left. They had these ham, egg, and cheese croissants. Oh my God. And I ordered a side of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
We had the fruit platter. It was so good because the breakfast buffet we went that day, I was like, I don't want this. Like, you can tell this been sitting out. They haven't replaced it. They didn't put any more fresh eggs out, and I love eggs. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, what is this? Like, it's kind of hard to mess up a breakfast buffet.
Yes.
But they did it with flying colors.
Every day.
So it
Yeah.
was crazy, y'all. Like, I was just like, still trying to make the best of the situation because
Yeah.
it was a lot going on at one time. It
Yeah.
really was. But we had one guy bring room service one night since we weren't able to get food. We ordered room service and sandwiches. Like, he had the nastiest attitude. He knocks on the door. We open the door. He comes in. I say, hey, crickets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. They speak Spanish. I know very little Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Hola. Crickets. Puts the food down. Thank you. Crickets. Gracias. Crickets. And went straight back out the door.
Yeah.
I was like, what is your problem? Like,
some of them weren't friendly at all. And and the thing is though, we weren't being difficult. We're not those people.
no, I promise you.
Like I do not believe in that. Like giving, wait staff a hard time and making them go get this and not tipping up. No, those are
like when
no.
I'm around, I've been in situations like in a group of people who have done that, I will never go back to a restaurant and eat with them again. I do not believe in treating the working staff like waitresses and people in the restaurants with that type of behavior. I refuse. Even at fast food restaurants, I don't care. You show people the same courtesy and respect that you would want them to show you. And I'm not having it on my watch. I have said stuff to people before because why are you talking to people like that? Like, it's embarrassing. Don't embarrass me. Embarrass yourself. Like, no, we're not doing this. So we were not difficult at all. And I even bought up Apple Translate. To communicate several times. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, some of them were really rude.
But I will say there were some that helped me. Like, some with, like the lady who did my massage, she asked me a question and she taught me the words. You know what I mean? Teachers or whatever. And I appreciate
some were very, very nice.
Yes.
Very nice. Because that night when I met my Dominican boo, like, it was him. And like, he was working with like 2 or 3 other guys. Y'all, we had the restaurant so lit. They was in there.
Let me clarify. It was those 3.
It was, my sister married.
Listen, I'm married.
My sister married.
And okay. When I tell you I'm married, right, and I let the presence be known, my energy gives. Don't talk to me.
And they didn't even try it with her.
Even try anything. My presence. Let me tell you, I represent my man. It don't matter where I go. I'm gonna represent.
But she was definitely our wing woman.
Now I was picking them up. Now, like I was trying to get
wing woman. But when I tell you, it was so funny. We had the restaurant so lit. They was taking shots with us. They would go over playing rap music, and they was playing R&B. The guy's manager came in upset and turned it down, so he had them put it on some Mexican music because they came to us and said he don't like rap or whatever, and we had requested him to play a different song. Like, and it was like some groups around us, other tables that was just looking at us and giving us a side eye because they was really interacting. Like, we was. Really interacting with each other.
When they put Future on, it was over.
The boy went over there. He was like, I don't care. His manager walked off. He's like, he don't care nothing about what he talking about. He went and put Future on and came back. We was in the restaurant. It had done already closed. We was still in there. Just. It was fun.
It was a vibe.
It was a vibe. We was a whole vibe. They really loved us.
Yeah, we had a good time, y'all.
But I told him, I said, you better not get in trouble taking shots with us while you work.
He said, okay, look, I'm not going to tell you what he said.
I can't say what he said on here.
Yeah, but he was like,
I was dying, y'all. They were like, so funny.
And then it made me nervous because they didn't see him the next day. I was like,
said, did they get fired? Right. My boo found me.
Listen, he was on her like a hawk. I was like, honestly, let's go talk to the resort people that plan the weddings. We can just plan the wedding. We can just plan the whole wedding.
They had where you can order dinner on the beach, like a little romantic evening. Yes. We didn't do that for real. But I was like, and I told my mom when I got back, I said, I ignite your son-in-law down there in the Dominican Republic. She's all, you was down there being fast.
And she was. Yeah.
We had a time. Like, despite everything we said, we had a time, y'all.
Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's so beautiful too. It's
totally
really beautiful.
Off topic. It is.
Yeah, Alicia, girl.
Get your you ain't even go check on your mama. She's been sick for years.
Your mama been distressed and depressed for years, and you just went back on the reservation,
right?
And see, that's the thing. I don't think. Like, on the reservation, their laws are different. So I don't think, like, you can just enter on the reservation freely, can you?
No, you can't. I think, okay, y'all forgive me if I'm not correct, but I think their laws are separate. Everything's separate, and they have their own everything, I think.
Mm-hmm. My aunt used to work for one of the reservations, I think. I can't remember the name of it, but it's very different. Like I don't think they're under the same governing laws that we are. Right. So that makes it even more difficult. My heart goes out to her mom, Jessica Nunez. I am so sorry, sweetheart. I cannot imagine my child being gone for 4 years pops back up and do not want to see me. Again, it could be out of guilt and shame. I pray that's what it is, and there's not something deeper going that went on in that house. I'm not gonna blame the mom because we don't know, but like I know the investigation in 2019 did not uncover any abuse or anything on that end. So
and also I want to go back to the beginning. She had started school and she didn't want to go. And I have, of course, y'all see me looking at this. I have notes, and it's just something I point. I have her picture right here, and it's something I pointed out about her. She has braces.
Yeah,
like
she still got them.
That's why I want to know: does she still have braces on? Has they been maintaining these? Obviously not, because if she had the doctor probably, because you would have to have consent from an adult to do any type of procedure or anything. So I have so many questions, y'all. Why you wait till 18? Were you and this man in a relationship? Because if so, he going to jail. For so many things. But yes, y'all, please leave your thoughts in the comments, please, about what you think about the case. And we're gonna continue to update y'all about this case, because y'all, it's not done, it's still unfolding. And y'all, the news, was it Wednesday when I found out? Y'all, Murdaugh might get another trial.
I think it was Wednesday, honey.
Listen, they say Wednesday is communication day, and that is the God honest truth.
It went down on Wednesday. But in light of the information and the reasons why, he honestly is due another trial. Like I honestly, in my opinion, yes, he did it. But if the allegations are true, he deserves another trial.
He does.
Because that is insane.
Because I'm gonna give y'all a brief, just a brief rundown, and then we gotta go, right? So there is a clerk of court, Becky Hill. So they have accused her. The complaint says that she has been, during the trial, they accused her of jury tampering. So basically what she was doing was talking to the jury. You're not supposed to do that. Basically trying to sway their decision, telling them, he's a horrible person. He needs to be behind bars. You cannot do that. He deserves a fair trial, and you cannot do that. So she has written a book, which they say was trash, because all it talked about was how perfect she is and how great she was. They said it was trash. And then I didn't know, but they said some of the jurors went to New York on the Today Show, and she went up there with them, I guess, to get some camera time. And they was like, no, they were just interviewing the jurors. That was it. But they filed a complaint, y'all, and if that stuff is true, he's probably going to get another trial. I
hope it's not true, but either way it goes, he going to jail, because the embezzlement, that was a separate case. He guilty. He guilty as hell on that. The financial portion, you going down, but he need to go down for them 2 murders as well, because it wasn't making sense. And the Murdaughs have been getting away with stuff for years, for way too long. So it's high time. And Buster, he need to be on trial too, but that's a whole nother topic for another day.
Bus. They call him Bus.
With his pale self, need to be on trial for, he know.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, Murdaugh, he's hoping allegedly to get trial, because if he get off for those 2 murders, he will have, I'm pretty sure he'd rather be in jail for the financial,
murders. The murders for his wife and his son, which he did it. Because who else was dying at them stables?
Yeah. So it's a whole thing, y'all. That's another case we're gonna cover. But y'all, if y'all, a lot of people, they hear about the Murdaugh case and they just really don't know. But what will give you a great depiction of everything is the documentary on Netflix. They break it down very well. Like
before this,
I mean, everybody,
that family been running rampant for years.
For years. It's a lot of stuff. So they have, that's a great documentary. It was very interesting. It has some of the people that have been impacted by their decisions or whatever. And like they're, they're the things they do, being manipulative and trying to cover up stuff and just so many things. So watch that documentary, y'all. We got more cases coming. We've got our episodes already lined up. But y'all, that is we're gonna close. This is another episode. Y'all just let us know what you think. Please
get into my shirt though.
Yeah, melanin.
So proud of this shirt.
The same one. Me and my sister are so connected because I have the same shirt, but mine is red. So she had it on the vacation. I said, I have that same shirt, but mine was red.
Was going through the airport like, yeah. Y'all, look, y'all, I think I'm right. I think I'm right here.
Yeah.
People be saying I'm light skinned, y'all. I am not light skinned. I don't know why people be saying I'm not right here.
Melanated, yeah.
I'm melanated, baby. I'm caramel. You see it? But okay.
But yeah, I'll be like, but like, my sister got me in the biker shorts, so now I can't stay out of them. I love them.
I was like, y'all, I was so proud of my boo. I was like, she came out in the suit because it's like out of her comfort zone. I was like, I love this for you. But she's not like her big sister. I show skin, baby. I be skinned out. I was like, I love this for you.
Yeah, I was really like, I had my bathing suit on. Like Renzo really hyped me up before we left. Yeah, like, you're not wearing no black. No, like you wear your bathing suit.
Renzo's her husband, y'all.
Yeah,
that's brother-in-law.
You're not gonna be wearing black. Don't care what nobody think. Just go out there. And then Toya hyped me up. So I was like, you know what? I don't care. I don't care what people think about me or any. I'm at that age. Like I really don't care.
And that's a PSA to everybody. As long as you are comfortable in it and you feel you look good, it don't matter what nobody else said, baby. Okay. I was down there in all kind of bikinis and two pieces, just skin out. It was a vibe. Like, listen, I don't be caring. You see it, it got me a husband.
Y'all, I was like, I'm gonna go talk to the wedding coordinator on the resort and let's go ahead and just, I was just gonna apologize to him. He
was so cute. Like, I ain't for real. I wouldn't listen because he was serious and I was not. He was so cute and sweet. He was such a sweetheart, y'all. I ain't like for real, but we had a vibe, but I love that moment for her. And I encourage everybody, like, if you see something and you love it, just put it on. I'm the queen to put that on.
Yeah. So she definitely inspired me, y'all, because I was like, you know what? You just be thinking about what people think of you or whatever. And it's just like, what they say don't matter. Like,
no, you the one living your life. They're not living it.
Yeah, they're not living it. And I was so it was I was
and she owned it, serving, honey.
Yes, that's why I get these crop circles. That's what I call them crop circles.
I still got my tan, but mine, it's not like that. It's not the cross circle number. But I had, like, y'all, my face was tan when I got back the next day, Monday. Because when I got home Saturday, I was so over everything. I stopped at Walmart, got a bunch of medication, doped up, and I was asleep all day Monday. But when I finally rolled out of bed and I was about to get in the shower, I said, oh, girl, you looking like you from islands for real.
Yeah. Like, I love the tan, but you can tell the exact pattern my bathing suit is because that's why it had like gold jewels right here, and then it had like a crop, like a strap across, but you can see all of that. It looked like a bunch of crop circles. Like I'm over it.
It was a beautiful bathing suit. She was bad in her bathing suit though.
Washed it. I am gonna maintain it and everything. I gotta go honey. Before it get cold so I can get back in. I really loved it.
That's why I was just telling my coworkers, that's like, dang, I want to go swimming again because they taught me how to swim. I used to know how to swim as a child, and I lost it, and I picked it up again in like a matter of 5 minutes. My brother was teaching me how to swim, and I was in there like a fish, honey. I was gone.
Yeah, like they taught her how to swim, and like she was just like underwater and stuff. Now her ears started hurting though.
Guys, because when I get in pools, I always get swimmer's ear.
Yeah.
Because typically I don't
Yeah.
submerge my head under the water, but I did not care. I had braids. I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And got sick, got the
Yeah.
swimmer's ear, got the sinus
Yeah.
infection as I always do when I do that, and then got right back in the next day. So,
Yeah. Yeah. But
whatever.
it was fun. I had a good time.
But we've been off topic for the majority of this. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Alicia, girl, call your mama.
Yes.
But
call your mama. Go home.
Please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we'll be back next week with another one. We are back in action. We're not going to be taking another break for no time soon. This break was unintended. Just some things happened.
Yeah.
We were sick. So, life was life. And so that was not our intention. But we are back. We are ready to get this train back in motion. We getting back into the routine and swing of things. So just bear with us. Be patient. As my sister said, we have some exciting things coming that, especially cases we're going to be talking about. So, do you have anything else, Boo?
I don't, y'all. Y'all, this is, be safe, take care of yourself. Y'all, sanitize because COVID is on the rise again.
Yes. Take your emergency, your Tylenol,
wear your
spray your
mask,
Lysol.
Spray your Lysol. They got the little cans. I keep the wipes and the little can in my purse at all times. Y'all, if you sick, stay home. Don't,
Yes.
If you got a little sniffle, y'all stay home.
Stay home.
While it's a little sniffle to you, it might be a catastrophe for somebody else,
Right.
So y'all, please be safe. And that is all. We had a great time, and we will see y'all next Thursday with another episode. So y'all take care. Bye.